This is HMS Tiger, one of the most remarkable ships ever to serve in the Royal Navy and the last gun cruiser Britain would ever build. She represents the end of a tradition that defined naval power for centuries. HMS Tiger was conceived during the Second World War, a time when big guns ruled the seas. But wars end, technology moves on, and by the time she finally entered service in 1959, the world had changed completely. Aircraft carriers, jets, and guided missiles were now shaping naval warfare. Tiger arrived at a moment when the old ways and the new were colliding. She was a cruiser, but unlike anything that came before her. Her main armament consisted of 3 fully automatic twin 6-inch gun turrets. These weren't old-style deck guns. They were radar-controlled, power-driven, and capable of firing faster and more accurately than any cruiser guns the Royal Navy had ever used. This was traditional naval firepower pushed to its technological limit. For the sailors who worked aboard her, HMS Tiger was demanding. She was complex, powerful, and unforgiving of mistakes. Every radar system, every gun mechanism, every electrical circuit relied on constant attention and skilled hands. Serving on Tiger meant responsibility. It meant being part of a crew that kept one of the most advanced warships of its time ready for action. Tiger was designed to lead. She could act as a flagship, coordinating fleets and protecting aircraft carriers during the height of the Cold War. Her sensors and command facilities made her a floating nerve center at sea. In the 1960s, she sailed across the world. She took part in NATO exercises, showed the flag in distant waters, and represented British naval power at a time when Britain's global role was changing. But technology never stops. Missiles were becoming more accurate. Aircraft were becoming faster and deadlier. Large gun cruisers, no matter how advanced, were becoming harder to justify. So HMS Tiger adapted. In the early 1970s, she underwent a major transformation. Her rear gun turret was removed and replaced with a flight deck and hangars. She became a helicopter command cruiser, able to direct anti-submarine and fleet operations from the air. It was a dramatic change and a symbolic one. Tiger began her life as the ultimate expression of gun-armed naval power, and she ended it embracing aviation and modern command warfare. Few ships ever bridged 2 eras so completely. Even after her conversion, she remained imposing. Her size, her profile, and her history gave her a presence few ships could match. But the reality was unavoidable. She required too many crew. She was expensive to maintain, and the future of naval warfare no longer had room for ships like her. In 1978, HMS Tiger was decommissioned. With her retirement, an era ended. She was not just another ship leaving service. She was the last British cruiser ever built. The final chapter in a lineage that stretched back through 2 world wars and beyond. For the men who served aboard her, that legacy matters. Working on HMS Tiger meant standing at the closing point of centuries of naval tradition. It meant maintaining one of the most complex gun warships ever constructed. It meant serving during a moment when history was turning a page. HMS Tiger never fired her guns in anger, but that doesn't diminish her importance. Her role was deterrence, command, and presence. She existed so that conflict would never need to happen. And today, her story lives on through the people who served on her. Men like my grandpa, who weren't just witnesses to history, but part of it. HMS Tiger was steel, firepower, and technology, but more than that, she was the people who kept her alive, and through them, she is remembered.